must have been proud of Brisbane threw plenty actually today, didn't they? Which you'd expect, coming off a big win, interim coach. You absorbed it and kicked away again. Must be proud of that.
Yeah, you know, a wounded dog's dangerous, and they got a lot of talent over there with their guards, and it was a great fight in the second half by us to keep them to 30 points and kind of do what we're doing. You know, I'm a little bit emotional because of this guy right here. He's had a heck of a 10 months to come back and do what he's done, and I'm quite proud of just the work he's put in and the effort that he's shown, and to come back home to where he is here and play that kind of game just speaks volumes about this kid, and yeah, love him to death.
Did you feel like this game was coming? I suppose this is the third game back. That it just seems like every game he's got more confident.
Well, I mean, he's done a tremendous amount of work. He can talk about it. You know, him and Clint to get back, and you know, we've lost 2 other guys, and everyone in the league's going through something. And you know, he's on some minute restrictions, and we're trying to get those guys not to overload them early on. And the minutes he's getting tonight were quality, and you know. Milt and Jet have a partner now in the pick and roll that's dynamic, which is helpful to us, and just his toughness and his presence. And like I said, I know what he's gone through to get where he is today, and it's quite impressive just the work he's put in.
Will, you must be, what were your feeling coming into this building? I know this is what we supposed to first made your name, and coming back home and after such a long layoff with injury, and again you've been building, and you're 3 games back. How did it feel out there?
Yeah, it's always nice to be home, playing in front of family. I think I had to get 15 ticket requests and try and scramble that all week. But yeah, it's just, confidence through the week. And I mean, Scott can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been putting some good practices together. And, this week had a pretty tough one. And he kind of just grabbed me, pulled me aside and said, you know better than anyone, this is a grind and you'll find your feet and just keep pushing through it. So, yeah, like rhythm's slowly coming back and just getting used to playing with Milt, who's, a very, very good player, very dynamic passer, and can just sort of put me in positions to be successful, and also just getting back that relationship with Jet in pick and rolls. And it's a time thing, and I think this is the first game I said, leave me out here, like I feel good. They didn't, but that's fine. I'm just here to play my role and let them know that if they need me to play a bit more, then I can. So
it's a good building block now, like obviously asking for more minutes and more of a role now, based on what you produced today.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's more just conditioning than anything, and just finding my feet, like late game, just be able to catch some lobs and know that my legs are there late game. And I only played 15 minutes. So it's not like I played 30 something, but just slowly build that to 20. And I don't need to play 30. Like, we have such a dynamic team with Biggs and Fab, JB, Kells, Jack. Like, we can rotate through and throw lots of different lineups out there. So we are pretty dynamic at the big spot.
And now with you into the rotation, and you've played a lot of games on the road, do you feel like this is for the team overall, this is like it's congested that middle of the table, isn't it? This is a time where you can really take that next step and assert a bit of authority on the comp, hopefully. Yeah,
100%. I think this is always the sort of the make or break month in the NBL. Sort of distractions start coming around, and Christmas and New Year's, and some teams drop off and some teams pick up some road wins and big wins. But I think we got to worry about what we can do day to day and not get too far ahead. Like, I think we've got Sydney next week, and we just look at that now, and we'll review this game on Monday or Tuesday and prepare for another big week. But yeah, we can't get too far ahead of ourselves.
Scott, just a word on Doyle's game. It was that jump shot that was a sweet stroke today, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've said he's quite smooth. He's quite versatile. He was guarding terrifically also in the second half there, and he's a quiet leader, but he's super cerebral and just a playmaking kind of guard. And he was fantastic tonight. And we had a lot of guys just chipping in just enough to get things done, and cleaned up some of the rebounding in the second half. And so, our group is always about the entire group. It's the grit and grind and defend the island model of just everyone banding together to do your job. And we're excited about this win, and we'll go home tomorrow, and we'll just focus on trying to win on Tuesday, our practice, and gradually do what we do and go through a process.
And in particular, what do you like? I mean, coming in, as Will said, big game against the Kings coming up next week.
Yeah, I to be honest with you, I have no idea. I don't worry about any of that stuff. We just concern ourselves about ourselves. And, you know, we have a travel day. I hope everything goes great with Qantas. And in between all that, we play our first practice again is back on Tuesday, and that's the only thing I worry about. And we'll get to the game when it is. And for me, and these guys know me very well, we don't look down the chart or we don't look at the ladder. We just worry about the next moment to try to win that day.
Stevie, welcome to Drumhead.
Yeah, thank you. Scott, congratulations on the win tonight. Just getting back to Milton Doyle briefly, has he been even better than you'd anticipated? I mean, obviously, imports with pedigree, they can be hit and miss. You never know what you're going to get, but has he been even better than advertised in your view?
I mean, I think he's really, really good. And listen, you know, he fits the MO of this group, and we did a lot of homework on him to bring him in, and he's well-traveled and been in a lot of different situations and played in a lot of big games and has a little chip on his shoulder and wanted to come here and prove himself. And so he fits the culture of what we do here, and like I said, he's a quiet assassin, a quiet leader for us, and just really someone that's just steady and reliable, and he's done a fantastic job, and I see, you know, nothing but, you know, great things ahead for him.
And just quickly, with that last little bit at the end where Tyler Johnson was obviously a little unhappy with Jack McVeigh going for the 3 late with the game no longer, the verdict was beyond doubt. You've played a lot of NBA, and it's obviously a bit different here and there. How do you see like running the game out versus going forward?
Well, I'm all about, in that kind of situation, just me personally, of running the clock out. I told Jack not to shoot that ball. I don't know if he heard me. I don't think it was anything other than just instinctive for Jack to see a wide open shot, because when he's open, he'll shoot it wherever he is. But I don't think there was anything really intentional behind that. But I'm not a huge fan of that, of running scores up. And, you know, you got a team that's somewhat depleted, and, you know, you're just in different situations during the course of the year. And I think it's just better sportsmanship to do the right thing across the board. And I understand the points, and I understand they can be quite important. But I'm not a huge fan of that just in general. That's just me.
Chris, did you have any questions?
No, I'm all good, thanks.
Great, thank you.